happening now. We begin tonight with that monster winter storm headed toward the northeast. Some cities are now bracing for as much as 2 to 3 feet of snow. Good evening. I'm Naja Sherman.
And I'm Lori Mitchell. It is the calm before the storm. Blizzard watches and warnings are already out for several major cities, including Boston and New York City. Here's a live look at Boston on the right side of your screen, where it is supposed to be really bad tomorrow. And this is a live picture from New York City on the left side now, where the mayor is warning residents not to take the storm lightly and to prepare for the worst.
Nothing like that here, thank goodness. But that same weather system is impacting us. Jeff Morrow joins us now with what we can expect for our Monday morning commute.
Yeah, thankfully, guys, this storm, which you see here behind me, is actually the same energy that's going to eventually bring that blizzard to the northeast. Fortunately for us, our temperatures and whole situation isn't such that we're going to see that kind of snow. Temperatures were warm enough, and the system is actually spinning about right here with the actual low pressure area up in Kentucky, that we have all rain. Any snow confined up here to the Ohio Valley and moving into Pennsylvania. Not to say that we aren't going to get a little bit of snow later on tonight. This is all rain, though, now pushing through the Nashville area, most of it very light. A little bit heavier over toward Carthage and moving into the Cookeville area. But as some colder air comes in later on, and it's not here yet, it has gotten down to 39 in Paris and 44 in Clarksville, but late tonight, toward tomorrow morning, toward the rush hour, that's when we may see a little bit of snow start to develop, particularly up here across the northern plateau. Currently downtown, temperature running at 45 degrees after having gotten up into the 50s today. Streets are still wet out there as we still have some rain. There's a look at our temperature trend, and it will get down to around freezing a little bit later on tonight, but most of that snow shower activity should be to the east. I should mention the Jackson and Putnam County schools are opening 2 hours later tomorrow morning, and we'll show that to you on a graphic coming up here in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Residents in the Northeast spent the weekend preparing for what could be a historic blizzard.
Millions of people are in the path of the storm that could paralyze that part of the country.
It's the Northeast versus the Nor'easter.
Prepare for something worse than we have seen before.
50 million people are braced to take a bruising from the massive blizzard heading toward the East Coast. Forecasters expect conditions will be dire.
Whatever normal safety precautions you take in advance of a storm, take even more.
Be careful.
Icy weather over the weekend has already knocked many off their feet in the region. By Monday night, they'll be measuring snow piles in feet. Snow blowers are facing blowouts. Along the Massachusetts coast, they're battening down and boarding up, facing gusts of up to 65 miles an hour.
It's the wind that we're really most concerned with.
And shoppers crowded stores racing the weather to stock up on supplies.
Just trying to get in the parking lot here was insane.
Picking up a shovel and absolutely in prep for the storm.
Mountains of salt are being moved to fight mountains of snow. Expect massive air travel disruptions. Already over 200 flights affected today. At Chicago O'Hare alone, 91 canceled, 348 delayed.
We are preparing to not leave the house for a few days.
Experts say that's the best storm preparation of all.
So how does airport travel look here in Nashville? We wanted to know. We checked, and here's what we found out. A few flights bound for the Northeast this evening were already canceled ahead of the storm.
So what about tomorrow morning? Some flights arriving from the east are already affected. U.S. Airways Flight 4664 from Philadelphia is being diverted. So is Flight 4517 from Washington, D.C. A 7 a.m. Delta flight is already canceled, and we expect more flights will be affected. So be sure to stay with News 2 on air and online, our mobile app as well for the latest information. We're also going to be posting throughout the night to our Twitter and Facebook pages.